Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I've got a brand new video for you. And we've all played in so many D&D campaigns where we start off fighting goblins. Sure, Lost Mines of Fandelver does it, Storm King's Thunder does it, and so surely there has to be something else that you can fight, right? Well, in this video I'm going to introduce you to 5 different creatures that you can use at low levels instead of goblins. So, the first one is the Yuan-ti. Yuan-ti are human-snake hybrid people commonly found in jungles. You can find the Yuan-ti in the Monster Manual, the new Mordenkainen Monster of the Multiverse book, and most importantly, pages 92 to 102 of Volo's Guide to Monsters. The Yuan-ti Purebloods is a CR1 creature, so a little bit tougher than your average goblin, but still solid enough for low levels. They have a mix of other creatures ranging from CR2 to CR7, capping off with the Yuan-ti Anathema, which is a huge CR12 monster demigod-like creature for the Yuan-ti. These guys act as great enemies, especially because they try to poison people. They have no real care. They take slaves, and if you go through the Volos book, there's a great map for a Yuan-ti temple in the book, and it works out really well as a great kind of dungeon for your players to crawl should they ever get the chance to fight some Yuan-ti. I highly recommend it. They're one of my favorites. The next monster is Kobolds. Now, we've all heard of Kobolds. They're small, draconic little creatures that can pretty much be found anywhere. You can find them in the Monster Manual, the Mordenkainen book, and on pages 63 to 70 in Volos. There is a great section on Kobolds discussing their cultures and what they're like. A basic Kobold has a CR of 1/8, so very similar to Goblins. They don't really have any high CR creatures, with the Kobold Dragon Shield and the Kobold Scale Sorcerer both being CR1, the highest Kobold creature there is. However, Kobolds are typically minions, and so for a far more powerful creature for your party to fight, it would be dragons. Have the Kobolds be minions to a dragon, and therefore you kind of have the big bad. You start with the small dragons and end on the big one. Everyone loves Kobolds. They're cute, they're adorable, they're little inventors, scavengers. They're really fun to fight should you get it, and are dangerous in numbers should that ever arise. The next one are Drow, the Dark Elves of the Underdark. You can find them in the Monster Manual and in Mordenkainen's, as well as there's a load of low CR ones in Out of the Abyss if you have that campaign module. There are stat blocks for Drow going from CR0 all the way up to CR20, which is the Drow Matron Mother. This makes Drow an amazing overall kind of villain for your campaigns, because you can essentially have your party fight them at any level because they have such a broad range of challenge rating throughout their different types, obviously capping with that Drow Matron Mother, who hits like an absolute truck, and she is not to be trifled with. So for low levels, they can very easily replace goblins and are a good substitute. The fourth creature type I'm going to talk about are Sahuagin. Now, I think I'm pronouncing that right, but Sahuagin are commonly found underwater or on coastal regions. You can find them in the Monster Manual, but Ghost of Saltmarsh, the campaign module, provides a lot more variety to the types of Sahuagin. A basic Sahuagin has a CR of 0.5, and so they're great low-level minions, and they kind of do parallel goblins in that regard, with their highest CR being 6. So it's not like they go really high into difficulty. But that being said, you should not underestimate the power of Sahuagin, because of all the creatures and different types of creatures I discuss in this video, Sahuagin are the only ones that I've got a TPK or a total party kill with, and they're just not to be trifled with. I think the biggest difficulty with them is that their lairs are typically underwater, and so your players have to deal with that difficulty on top of fighting creatures that are just outright to kill them. They're essentially shark people, so they have like sharks that kind of hang around with them, and so they're a really cool creature, and I really do like them, and I'd highly recommend using them in your campaign at a low level as a replacement for goblins, especially if your players are near the coast. And finally, my personal favourite to swap out for goblins, and that is Gnolls. Gnolls are humanoid hyena hybrids, and they can be found pretty much anywhere in the world, much like Kobolds. You can find them in the Monster Manual and in Volos on pages 33 to 40. They do a great chunk on the cultures and the pack mentality of Gnolls. The lowest CR is a basic Gnoll is a half, and they do go up to CR9, which is a Flind, and a Flind is like a chosen champion of the Gnoll Demon Lord Yi-No-Gu. Because of this, Flinds act as great boss monsters for a long run if your players have a long run fighting Gnolls. They also act as great pack leaders, and should your players continue to fight Gnolls throughout their campaign, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from throwing Yi-No-Gu at them when they're a much higher level, because he is a CR24 Demon Lord, and yeah, he is not to be messed with. That was 5 really rapid. I just kind of wanted to touch on them a little bit. I didn't want to go into too much depth. I just wanted to highlight the 5 different types that you could use to replace goblins, because some people are sick of fighting goblins. Goblins usually lead to hobgoblins or orcs or bugbears, and they're things that I feel are just so commonly used throughout campaigns. And so I felt these 5 were just different creatures that, you know, you could throw at your party. You know, even just reskin the goblins to look like these. It'll just add a bit more fun and a little bit more vibrancy to your campaign. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please comment down below if you have a creature or creature type that you use for low levels that isn't goblins or one of the 5 mentioned in this video. I'd be really curious to see what other people have to say about this. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please give it a like. It means a lot to me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Slowly getting there with the subscribers, and then make sure you hit the notification bell, because that way you'll never miss out on another video. I hope you all have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.